Hey, welcome back, subbies. And those of you that aren't subbies, you know you can subscribe anytime you get ready. It's completely free, as they say. And help me grow this channel, alright? So, due to the writer's strike, Bel-Air ended up coming on much later. It was supposed to come on in February because the first two seasons premiered in February. But we had, everything got pushed back because of the writer's strike. So here we are. Episode 1, 2, and 3 dropped Thursday. So we're going over episode 1 right now. So we're picking up where we left off. Carlton ended last season admitting to everyone that he had an addiction to cocaine. And so he's been at a rehab facility for the summer. Hillary has come back from, if I'm not mistaken, I think she went to Paris with her boo, right? Because she had that whole love triangle thing going on between like her and Jazz, and she stood Jazz up last season. She stood Jazz up, didn't show up, and ended up going with old boy or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I think I was Team Jazz. I'm definitely Team Jazz now, so I'm pretty sure I was Team Jazz season 2, right? So she's coming back. Everybody's pretty much chilling for the summer. This season is taking place in the summer because this episode they had a Juneteenth gathering, which we all know was in June. School's out and everything, so I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. Since everybody's out of school and it's the summertime, right? So we go into Carlton in his facility. He's leaving. He has a little love interest. Wow. Love interest. All right. There's a girl he's talking to at the rehab center. And I'm going to go ahead and go forward. He ends up inviting her to the Juneteenth little gathering that they have, right? Now, anybody that knows how addiction works, two addicts do not need to be together. That's just a recipe for disaster. Matter of fact, they say that if you are trying to stay clean, you really just need to get rid of anybody that you were dealing with that was into that stuff. You got to let them go, right? So not only is he fraternizing with her, but this girl actually had the nerve to tell Aunt Viv that basically, not blatantly that she has been in this not overdose, but this predicament of addiction more than once, but she pretty much let her know like that wasn't her first time at the facility. So of course Aunt Viv has her guard up like what I just said, I don't know what the girl's drug of choice is. I haven't seen episode 2 or 3 yet as of right now. But, we know Carlton was on coke. Don't know what she was on. But nevertheless, that's not good. And I'm hoping Carlton does not relapse dealing with her. Because, Lisa, she's doing something with Will. They have this thing where there's no label on it, but they're just together. I still don't see the chemistry with Will and Lisa. I just don't. I see him having way more chemistry with the Jackie character from last season. Her dad pretty much put his daughter, Jackie, on Will, trying to get him to his basketball stuff and all that. But hell, even though she was on some fake-ish, I'm just saying, chemistry-wise, I liked her better for Will. Maybe relationship-wise. But, yeah, so my favorite character, because he's eye candy, Jazz, he wasn't really in this until, kind of like the end, so. And also, a few people were saying online that they don't have Jazz in this show like the one in Fresh Prince where they were like friends. He's kind of like an acquaintance in this show. So maybe this season we'll see more Jazz, So Will bumps into Lou, his dad, the one that did not raise him, wasn't in his life. He was in jail for most of his life. He ended up staying in LA. Last season, he met him for the first time since he was a little boy, and it did not go well at all. But Lou is in LA. He got him a little barber shop. And it threw Will off because he did not tell him. He didn't keep in contact with him after that little, issue that they had. And he's been in LA all this time and, got his little business going. Will goes to visit him in his shop, and Lou shows him this picture of how he was, like the star basketball player when he was coming up, and I guess letting Will know that, you got that gift for playing ball from me, right? That still didn't end well. Of course, I can totally understand Will not just being ready for a relationship with him. I mean, he wasn't around. He was locked up. It was just bad, right? But I do like how they are in this, at least this episode anyway. We'll see for the season. Trying to give Lou some redeeming qualities. It's like they did show him in this scene being that he loves Will. He wanted to fix himself. Sometimes people not being in your life is actually a good thing. I know there's people that don't believe that, but it's like if you got a jacked up dad, a jacked up mom, sometimes it's better for them to be a deadbeat. You see what I'm saying? People use the term broken homes a lot without realizing that a broken home can still mean a mom and dad in that same home. If you live in dysfunction, it's broken. All right? So we're going to fingers crossed for Lou. All right? So this next part, Jeffrey, last season, his son came from London, right? And then after that, he was getting like these messages and these random pictures. And so he's kind of paranoid and everything. He meets his son on this episode, brings him like some food. And I didn't really get it because I'm like, okay, so is his son in LA or did he take a plane to London? I was kind of, y'all got to forgive me because I didn't rewatch season 2. Maybe that question was answered in season 2, but that part I didn't get because I guess, not that I didn't get it, but I was like, okay, is he in LA or did he fly to London to see his son? So anyway, he's still having, communication with his son. Now, the difference between him and Lou is he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was like into some gang stuff back in London, and I believe he had to leave for like lawful reasons, came to the U.S., became, a butler slash, not sidekick, because I think that's kind of disrespectful. Right-hand man for Uncle Phil, right? And so his thing is a little different. He left, I think, out of fear for his son's life. It's like, okay, I'm living this terrible lifestyle. Let me just get out of it. And so you don't have to be involved in that. So yeah, we love, and that's another eye candy too. G is very attractive. Like him and Jazz, those two characters, they got it going all the way on, okay? So Hillary and what's that girl's name? The one that dated Chris Brown. She has a role on this show too. I forget her name on the show, and I forgot her real name, but the one who was with Chris Brown, the one he kind of went cuckoo caca crazy over when it was over. So she's Hillary's friend, So like I said, Hillary's back. They're at the Juneteenth function on this particular part. She has her dude there, right? Jazz show up with some chick, and I don't know if Hillary knows the girl or what. So anyway, she pulls Jazz to the side and talks to him, basically like, sorry that things ended how they did, woo woo woo. And he was very like kind of stoic, kind of like cold with it. And he was like, you run away from stuff, so it's just a matter of time for you to run away from this dude. So this is what Hillary did, because her friend was like, you got a secret, you glowing woo woo woo. She gonna let the fact that Jazz said what he said be the reason that she's like, hey everybody, we have an announcement, blah 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 blah. Come to find out, old boy proposed to her, right? And you could tell she did it just at that moment to show Jazz, well, I'm engaged, blah blah blah, right? I don't mean to like do her like that, but it's like, come on. You can totally tell her feathers were ruffled because Jazz was pretty much calling her, you a track star. And she's like, oh well, come on baby, let's show our engagement and all this stuff. So this last scene, I'm sorry, my mind was somewhere. I didn't mean to say episode like that. But this last scene, Will was supposed to go to Las Vegas to do some kind of basketball thing. But after he bumped into Lou, he just threw him off his game. So he decided to not go to Las Vegas and stay in LA and get into some kind of business partnership with Carlton. So like I said, I am definitely looking forward to this season, being that it takes place in the summer, because people get into mess during summertime. They don't have that school as a distraction, and I am very interested in seeing what's going to happen with these characters this season. I'm rooting for the best for everyone, I'm looking forward to, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bunch of, some guest stars on here just like they had before. So yes, we are back in Bel-Air, season 3 of Bel-Air. I've been waiting on this. Shout out to the writers, man, because as we all can see, without y'all, there's nothing to watch. You do it. Director may get a lot of glory. Producers get the glory. Actors and actresses get the glory. But the writers, when they want to shut it down, it shuts down. So shout out to y'all. Also, shout out to my 67 subscribers. Shout out to you as well that are subscribers. You can just push that button for me. Peace and blessings to you all. Until next time.